Hey, what's up everybody? It's the Knives Meow, and today I have another little knife overview for you. It's a new Monterey Bay Knives knife, and it dropped yesterday, Sunday, November 22nd at like 10 a.m., I think. So I really wanted to get this out to you guys as soon as possible. I've just been really busy recently with school and work and everything, and I haven't been able to really make any videos, and it takes, it is time consuming making a video because I'm not perfect at it yet, so I have to do a lot of editing, and I'm trying to get better at it, make more time for it. I'm coming into the last few weeks of school, and so once I'm done with that this semester, I'll have a lot more free time on my hands. So we have a new Monterey Bay Knives knife, and it is designed by Ray Laconico. It is the MBK EZC 1.5. So this comes in, oh my goodness, this thing is like stuck. Oh, there we go. So it comes in a shred carbon fiber. Here it is. And let's talk some specs, okay? So we have an overall length of 6 3/4 inches. We have a blade length of 3 inches. We have a blade thickness of 120 thousandths, and we've got a handle length of 3 3/4 inches. So let's talk about the blade. So here's the blade. It's beautiful. It's not as high of a satin finish, I think, as the old guard. It is a relatively like high belt satin finish, though. It is really, really pretty, and it's a Ray Laconico, so this is a clean, simple design, and he's able to make simple just look so good and so clean. This is honestly a really good size knife. I like smaller knives. Even though I love the old guard, that was kind of an exception to the rule. Personally, for me, fuck. Well, it looks like shred. Okay, guys, well, I messed up. It's a marbled carbon fiber. Oh, it is marbled. Oh, it says right there on the knife description. So, fuck. Do I need to start over? I don't know. I'm just going to keep going with it. All right, guys, so it's a marbled carbon fiber. Richie just, like, wrote it on a piece of paper and was, like, pointing at it from the side. Okay, so, well, you messed up my groove. I don't know if I'm going to edit any of this out because it's kind of funny. All right, so marbled carbon fiber. Actually, let me get you a good look at the knife. If my phone wants to focus, that would be really good. So here it is. I guess it is marbled. It does look like a shred, though. It's very different. We'll get there when we get to the handle. So right now we're at the blade. It's M390. Pretty much, it's literally, it's a full flat grind. Like, just that tiny little bit right there. So there's that. Really nice. I said it's 3 inches. I enjoy, actually relatively thin blade stock. So I haven't measured. Let's measure behind the edge thickness real quick. Just got my calipers. So these are some Harbor Freight calipers. I also have my Matoyo, so I'm going to check with both because honestly, I'm not too sure how accurate these Harbor Freight calipers are. I used to work on a machine shop, so I got some Matoyo calipers. Okay, so I'm getting 18 with the Harbor Freight calipers. Let's check with the Matoyo. I should get some digital Matoyo calipers. That would be nice. So I'm checking towards, like, the Ricasso, because that's typically the thinnest point. I guess, I don't know. Let's see. Alright, so I'm getting, like, 25 thousandths with the Matoyo. Let me check closer to the tip. And I'm measuring right at the shoulder of the edge. Okay, yeah. Okay, so anywhere from 20 to 25 thousandths. Let me clean off the blade because I just fingerprinted it up. Where I need to get a microfiber. Alright, there's going to be some fingerprints on the blade, guys. Let me grab this. Okay, so close my drawer. Oof. Shake, shake, shake. Alright, so we have a behind the edge thickness anywhere from about 20 thousandths to 25 thousandths, going up closer to the tip. And honestly, I really like that this blade length is at 3 inches, so that means it is going to be legal in most places. Unless you're in Europe, you can't really carry a locking knife. That's unfortunate. But speaking about here in the States, at least from where I'm at in California, I don't have a problem with that. So that's not really an issue, at least for me. So let's talk about the handle. So the handle has, not shred, it has marbled carbon fiber. And it has this really nice signature Ray Laconico groove that runs down the center of it, and it just looks so clean. So it's a full carbon fiber knife. You have carbon fiber backspacer, 2 scales. Also on the inside of both the show scale and the lock scale, there are some recessed stainless steel liners, and there is some weight relieving, at least on the show scale. And honestly, this knife is extremely light. Let me see here. Let's, oh man, it weighs 2.8 ounces. I mean, it's crazy light. It's really, really, really light. And, I guess let's talk about the action really quick since I'm flipping it around. So, considering how light this blade is, it does drop. I mean, depending on how far you want to hold down the lock bar or how long you want to hold down the lock bar, it will drop. And it just needs a couple, you know, just a little bit of encouragement, and then it will drop really, really nicely. It is on bearings, and truthfully, you can't really feel the bearings as you're like opening it, and like at least when you're closing it. If you go slow, there's very little resistance, so that's nice. And the detent is literally insane. It is so good. It is so crisp. The detent on these newer MBKs have been amazing. At least on this one, it is a little bit of a harder detent, but the way the flipper tab is, and like with the jimping, and Ray Laconico has a good way of having flipper tabs just cradle your finger, and it just, oh man, I'm sure you can light switch it. Oh derp. Okay, you can light switch it. You're right. If you want, but I think push button feels a lot better, personally for me, and it just fires out like reliably 100% of the time. I don't even know if I could fail this knife, truthfully. Wait. Oh, okay, I can, but I can pretty much fail any knife. If you really try, you can, but it's difficult to do. So the ergos on this knife, let's talk about the ergos. So it is a Ray Laconico, and almost like every single one of his knives just have a very clean, simple handle, and there's no set place for your fingers to go. So the ergos are nice in that respect. However, it is a little boxy, so the edges are rounded over, but it's just kind of a boxy knife. That's just how it is. And you can, if you're squeezing extremely hard, like I don't know if you're trying to cut through cement or what, you will feel it. The pocket clip, I don't feel as much as I do these edges on my fingers, but I have kind of thin, bony hands, so take that for what it's worth. But overall, it is comfortable, and I could see this, it's not like you're going to be cutting open bags of cement with this knife or anything like that. Whatever, do what you want. But for just everyday simple EDC tasks, it's going to be it's going to excel for sure. Can it cut strings off your shirt and open a bag of chips? Yes. Can it do all the little things that you need an EDC knife to do, like destroy Amazon boxes and, whatever else you get in the mail? Yeah, no problem. I don't think that's going to be an issue. Honestly, this is a very nice, lightweight, EDC-friendly, knife. And I really do like this knife. The only thing that, actually, let's talk about the handle. I didn't finish. So, all right. So, for the handle, you do have a marbled carbon fiber handle. You have this nice signature groove, blah, blah, blah. However, with marbled carbon fiber comes... Okay, most marbled carbon fiber does have voids in it, and this is no exception. So if you look in the light, you will see all these little voids that are in here. And I just don't see, I've never seen marbled carbon fiber without voids. It is very difficult to find. Shred is not as bad as marbled. I guess shred does too. I guess it just depends on the, the company of, or whatever carbon fiber that you're using. That is just a downside with carbon fiber in general. It does tend to have voids, but marbled and shred are just known for that. So this has, a decent amount of voids running through into the backspacer, at least, and on the edges. And the surface is not as bad, like of the show scale and the lock scale, but there are some there if you look at it in the right light. But ultimately, does that affect the function of the knife? No. Does it affect the way, does it affect the way this knife functions, or how, like, the action, or me using it, or the ergonomics? No, it's really just a cosmetic thing. And it's, if you can get past that, if you really like Ray Laconico knives and his designs, and you love, MBK, and you want to support them, or you just really like this knife and the way this knife looks, I think you should pick this up. I think you'll really, really like it. It's a perfect size knife, and if you're not into big knives, I think this is the knife for you. So this costs $180, considering the materials with M390 and the marbled carbon fiber and the designer. I mean, Ray Laconico is like a well-known designer, and I don't know too many people who don't like his. Actually, I personally don't know anyone who doesn't like his designs because they're just so classy, and I could see this being a gentleman carry knife for sure. This is just, yeah, I mean, I think MBK is doing some good work right now, and the fit and finish on this knife is really, really good, especially the action. I also want to talk about this lock right here. So most liner locks, if they do not have a chamfer, it feels cheap. Like on some CJRB knives or, you know, any knife really. It could be higher end knife. When they're not chamfered right here, it feels cheap. And this doesn't have a chamfer, but it doesn't feel cheap because it is polished, so the edges are nice and rounded over. The access to the lock bar, I'm not going to say it's great. I do have small fingers, so, and it does have this little chamfer right here, so it does make it easier to get in to access it. And it's not, you know, the lock bar tension isn't crazy. It's easy to push over. So, you know, just something to take note. So yeah, that's pretty much going to be it. I just want to say that I would recommend this knife to somebody, especially, you know, I enjoy MBK Knives. I think he's doing, you know, Sanford is doing some really good work, and Ray Laconico, and they're making designs, you know, like Ray Laconico's designs, you know, accessible to the, you know, the production world, and I enjoy that. Yeah, I could recommend this knife for sure to anybody. And I think that's going to be it, guys. I think that is going to wrap up my little overview/review thing. So, yeah, go ahead to MontereyBayKnives.com right now. They still have some available. It is $180. And for an awesome 3-inch little knife that weighs less than 3 ounces, I think this is, you know, this is stellar. The only downside, like I said, are the voids in the carbon fiber. However, it does not affect the way this knife functions or, you know, and the aesthetics, not really. I mean, it's only if you look at it in certain lights. I do think the carbon fiber is really pretty, but that is a downside. So, you know, when you're deciding if you want to pick this knife up, that is something you should put into consideration. And, oh, I meant to say something about the clip, actually. So the clip, this is their standard clip that goes on most of their knives, and it does go in and out of the pocket pretty easily. At least my pants, they're a lot, you know, the hem or the seam of my pants are a lot thinner than guy pants, so I can't tell you. At least for me, it goes in really well. It does have some rather strong retention going into the, or like, you know, when you put it into your pocket. Here, let me try it. Mine jeans. Oh no, this goes in and out of the pocket really well, at least for these pants. The retention is good. Actually, yeah, it's really good. This went in really easily, and these are my thicker pants. So, so yeah, there's that. Okay, so that's pretty much going to be it, guys. So if you like knives, you like cats, leave me a comment, leave me a like, and leave me some feedback down below so that way I can grow the channel. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Catch you on the next one. Bye!